Good afternoon. My name is Elena Green, and I will be talking a little bit more about Egypt. I had previously done a video on Egypt throughout the semester. We had three parts of this project in which we did a lot of background research on the customs, the traditions, the people, their diets, their habits, are they in what they're interested in, and things of that nature. So this is the final part. This is the final video for this project, and I'm super excited to give a little bit more information on what I've learned since the beginning of the semester about Egypt. So, this part, or the part that I haven't already discussed, was more about the economic activities in Egypt. So, what are they spending their money on? What are their habits? How do they make money? Their imports, their exports, um, their media, their television, radio, and things of that nature. Which I think that some people, when you think about Egypt, would automatically think that they don't have these things just because we're a little unfamiliar with Egypt. So it is very exciting to get to discuss it. So first, we're going to talk about the minerals that are found in Egypt. So they are a very mineral-rich country. They have iron ore, they have gold, they have zinc, they have talc, and they are able to generate a lot of revenue through exporting these minerals to other countries. They have a 7% economic growth, and I do feel as though it is because of their ability to import and export goods so easily. They oftentimes use the Nile River to transport their goods, and because of their location, which is at the northernmost part of Africa and the southernmost part of Asia, they're able to get a lot of goods from other countries really easily through waterways mostly. Uh, they also have very low labor costs and a very skilled workforce, which is awesome because they are able to get a lot of work done for less money than they would in some other countries. Now, I didn't see that they have a minimum wage. One thing I'm learning is that a lot of countries' minimum wage in comparison to the United States is either drastically lower or drastically higher. So it was interesting to me that I couldn't find um, a government required minimum wage for Egypt. Some of the things that they export are like linen, ox hide, and dried fish. Some of the things that they import, export for the first group of things that I said, and then import for these. So some of the things that they import are silver and copper and ivory and cattle, and a lot of their imports and exports come in and out of Syria, Cyprus, and Palestine. So something else that I found very interesting when talking about the economic activities in Egypt was that the maximum amount of work days that you can have per week is 6 days. However, those 6 days are from Saturday to Thursday because on Fridays Egyptians do not work. That is more so a day of rest. So there is not any work done on Friday, and I think a lot of Americans would appreciate that and would really enjoy that if they were in Egypt. Another awesome thing that Egypt does for their mothers, they give them a 90-day maternity leave, and they have full pay throughout that entire maternity leave. And they also, after they return to work for 2 years, they are able to leave work for an hour a day to feed and nurture their children. And I think that is super awesome, and that's something that I think the United States could kind of learn from, because oftentimes in the U.S., women are kind of forced to go back to work sooner than they like to, and they have to put their children in daycare, which not a lot of women, want to do that either. And lastly, something that I thought was interesting is that Egypt is highly, highly influenced by the media. They do have radio stations, they do have television, they do have newspapers and cell phones, and they have shows and networks that are specific to Egypt. So they're able to enjoy a lot of television and radio series and music that, you know, is like them, which I think is super awesome. I'm very excited about what I learned in this project. And since I've been doing so much research for this class on Egypt, I've like have a new desire to really want to go to Egypt. So I'm hoping I'll be able to do that in 2017. So we're going to hope for the best. Well, that concludes my presentation. I hope that you enjoy my video. I hope that you enjoy the actual paper, the actual information, and the PowerPoint presentation. Thank you so much.